Word up. You know, staying in the shade is valuable, it's important, it is life-saving, life-cooling. And there's a term in the world like, oh, he was throwing her, she was throwing him some shade. I don't mean it from that point. From the world's perspective, it represents negativity. But from God's perspective, when we're walking down the road of life, sometimes the heat, the drama, the trauma of life gets intense, hot, and heavy, like you are right up in and walking on the surface of the sun. And there are days and times and moments where you just need some shade to come away from the heat, to come away from the anger, to come away from the drama, to come away from the trauma. You need to be in the cool of the situation. And that means being in God's word. That is being in the shade, away from the hot part of the day, the relationships, the sun, the hot, heavy, traumatic piece, and being in the shade of God's love, the shade of his provision, the shade of his protection, the shade of his. I am with you, baby girl. I am with you, baby boy. I got you. Keep walking. You may run into some warm spots. You may run into some warm situations. You may even run into some straight out hot sun. But as long as you spend enough time in me, in the shade of my word, the shade of my protection, you're going to be all right. So, word up today by staying in the shade of God's love before you step out into the hot, sunny issues of the day. God bless. Stay worded out.